acting like its hotspot does not appear to be connected to the internet. Alter ego. Where I was, their ego shall be. I didn't read what it said. Is there no music? You know, I have my phone. Thank you, my lost child. That's not scary. I'm Ego Rex. I administer rules. But what you will find here with me is you yourself. Allow me to teach you the ways of this place. Judge your daily life. I can read it. Tap the whispers, collect ego. Who am I? Let's continue, it's good. Ego is the foundation. Now use your ego to be no longer human. By reading, you can gather ego, even without tapping. There has been a life of such shame, that's what it said. So, what am I doing? Do I read that? What is this? Why is there a butterfly on that? Self-discovery begins. Well, look who showed up. I'm growing tired of waiting. Sorry, but I'll get right to the point. I have 12 questions for you. Don't think too hard, just answer honestly. But do you tend not to get emotional? Neither. Where I had the opportunity to be jealous. I feel like its hotspot does not appear to be connected to the internet. I ignore those. Yes, that is true. But it's kind of petty. Interesting. You're analyzing doubt. Oh, there's so much there. I can't read it. But someone that went backwards. It's already turned aggression, manic defense. So how do I accept this outcome? Where did that clear things up? You don't know much at all, do you? I've seen you've been collecting your ego just as you were told. I was? How earnest you are, I quite like it. I suppose you've earned a reward. You're curious as to where you are. Where? How do I put this? This place is closed off from the outside. It doesn't need a name. To me, that's all there is to it. Still, I'm curious. How do you perceive this place? You do the middle answer. You sound like that facade. Oh, nothing, never mind. I don't know what that means. Never mind. Well met, my child. Allow me to remind you how to run this place. Gather ego. Tap the whispers, read the books. Press and hold to speed read. Face yes. The story will alter according to your choices. Face yourself. Learn your true nature by taking personality tests. Okay. Now what? Do I just close this? One final thing. A warning. Maintain your guard with yes. Maintain your guard with yes. Why does it say both? Oh, okay. Now what? The speed read. Speed read. Okay. Know your audience. What is that weird face? There are all sorts of books here. There's even one that ends differently every time you read it. It's a picture book. Here, I'll show you. An interpretation of the story is very much of interest to me. Your interpretation will decide what kind of story this is. So I'll ask you a few questions, alright? Choose the closest answer. Ripping aside a joke's book. Resume hiding a joke reference. Sure. How does the story end? The king regains control. The prince rediscovers his own accord. It's the middle. There he goes. Oh! See if something changes in your worldview. The ending will change. That goes for this place too, not just the story. The future will be decided by your interpretations. The facade is getting full of themselves. Oh, when did you wander in? I didn't see you. I'm sure you must have run into them on the way. The self-proclaimed monarch. The facade, the facade lives to plague me. They'll not to impulse, confirm to the standard. Over and over, they whisper at me. I can't focus on a conversation. If you don't mind, come back later. Between Sandy and Madness. Interesting. Those are to me what breath is to others. I cannot stay myself without books, truly. For the sake of my sanity, I immerse myself in the world I find within. Even now, as I stand here conversating with you, I'm fighting down my very impulses. Put my hands around your throat. Okay, may I ask you something? Should I restrain my impulses? Tell me. Get a hold of yourself. I'm fine now. It was just so loud. I got confused. Speaking to you seems to have calmed me. And well, I am. For now. I'm still alright. I know how to tame my impulses, you see. If we're really certain I won't do anything. Like wringing your sweet neck. Okay, yes, trust me. So come back soon when you have more ego.
So you knew you'd come. How do you like the new view? Are you nervous? Your heartbeat is racing. Take deep breaths. In, out. There you go. Well done. Now for the main event. I want for you to talk about whatever is on your mind. It doesn't matter if it's boring or meaningless. Just speak freely. Now close your eyes. Oh, now my screen's blank. Choose freely among these words, whichever most suits your feelings, regardless of whether they seem boring or are related. It can be difficult to open yourself to associations, but you did well. It seems like you've done this before. Now, let me interpret what it all means. Results. Obsessive optimism. Accept this outcome. What is awareness? It's like an illusion that appears only when you think of it. Both hope and desire are rooted outside of awareness. What is that your unconscious mind longs for? If you're wandering around this place a bit longer, you might find out. Keep saving up ego and come see me again. Okay, let's see. Ugh, it's gonna take me forever to get to that. Actually, I'm pretty close. Is the last one. This path will never to be seen again, travels further and further away. Conversations until this point will be set in stone. Open door. It seems like you have gotten used to how things work in this place. I think you're ready to progress, don't you? Whatever is the matter, afraid of change. You don't have to be. Nothing will change right away. Yet when I look at you as you are now, it's as though you are dogged by society's rules and I think it's immoral, so I don't remember what it said. Do you plan to side with the facade? At this rate, am I? No, nothing. Ignore me. Something unwanted this way comes. What's going on now? I don't really know what's happening. Oh, there it is. Meet again, my lost child. I've been watching each choice you make. You cherish conformality and live the right way. Do not be swayed by the mutterings of ES. Walk on unerringly. You must not stray. Until we meet again, never forget. Choose based on logic. Okay, it just says it twice. Choose based on logic. Okay. I have a confession to make. I quite enjoyed these talks we have. I've been alone here for such a long time. Such a long. At first, it was just a way to kill time. I wanted to learn more about another person. The first I ever met. It's just not very expressive. I'm just not very expressive. Now I'm going to ask you 12 questions. Don't think too hard, answer quickly and honestly. Are you punctual? Does your mood change at the drop of a hat? I don't know, is it apathetic or empathetic? You pursuit the unanswerable, philosophical. That should explain a bit of what goes on in your head. It might sound somewhat strange to say, but understanding one's own heart is not such an easy thing to do. The same goes for me, of course. I don't know myself at all. In fact, I probably know even less than you do about my... Yes, well, come on back when you've collected some more ego.